It's Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. This is what the saints are looking for, okay? The saints are looking for this proud devil to be laid low. Because this devil in his pride is destroying everything, okay? Read that again,
And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
And I will repay the world for their slop. Read that again.
And I will punish the world for their evil.
And I will punish the world for their evil.
I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. When the world he's talking about punishing, he's talking about Israel. He's going to punish Israel for the evil that they're doing. And he's going to punish the wicked, which is Esau, and the Edomites, for their iniquity that they're doing against Israel and turning them from the Most High. Well, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. So he's going to punish Israel for being evil, and he's going to punish Israel for being evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And the Edomites, and the wicked for their iniquity. All this hell they bringing on Israel, putting us in slavery, putting us in these ghettos, right?
Pressing us to this day. They haven't really, in spite of how much, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, according to the Bible, all right, because the so-called Caucasians, their biblical nationality is Edom, and they come from they're descendants of Esau. All right, our biblical nationality, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, our progenitor is Jacob. So we come from, the 12, our perspective, 12 tribes.
I got a scripture for you too.
Yeah, so Salaki. So we got to push out here Esau and Edom so these people know who they are, right? Because when you read in the scriptures, it talks about the wicked, which is basically Esau, and the righteous. The ones that play the righteous were Jacob.
I got to get off with something. Yeah, I was continue on.
Yeah, so we really gotta push that Esau, Edom, Jacob, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, Israel. So we really gotta push that so people know who we're talking about.
Exactly. Okay. Esau, wasted away. That's exactly what it means. All right. Showing you that according to prophecy, he was going to be destroyed, wasted away. Esau. And to this day, this devil is putting hell on us, is oppressing us. But the 2/3 are so damn stupid, they'll continue to forgive Esau. They'll continue to want to be part of their congregations and part of their social structures. Okay? These devils hate you. This is the book of Zechariah 11:5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. Okay? This devil is proud of what he did to us, man. And he's showing you to your face he don't like you. Well, look at you 2/3, man. You love this demon.
Alright, well, obviously you're on 35, right?
All this wickedness Esau done did to you. So-called black man, so-called Puerto Rican man, so-called Native American man, all this wickedness he done did to you. And you continue to still big up this devil, you need death. Alright? You need to be destroyed.
You make good skin, yes.
go back to Jeremiah again. Jeremiah 11:14. Yeah.
I was wroth with my. This is Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy.
Damn, that right there, we gotta go to Obadiah. Now, read that again.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
This devil showed us absolutely no mercy, man. Castrated us, continue to castrate us to this day.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just physical. It's sometimes like, economically, all that shit. Like, dealing with our women, jobs, all that shit.
Yeah.
Not even that, even spiritually, they put up this this image of the beast, this red devil, got our people thinking the Lord Yahweh Shai was a so-called Edomite. And then they mocked this image we got up here. This dark image, the one is more biblically accurate, and they laugh at that image right there.
But secretly, Salaki.
But they see Caesar Borgia up here, and they're mad at us for putting these horns on these pictures. Called us Satanists.
And then what's crazy is the word Satan, when you look it up, literally means adversaries. Okay? The word Satan means adversary. And who was the main adversary of Jake? Esau, the so-called white boy. He was our adversary since the beginning. Genesis, Genesis 25:25. He was our adversary from the beginning, man. And look up the word Cain. By the way, that being said, yeah.
Oh, Genesis 25:25?
Well, yeah, dealing with when Cain rose up to slew his brother. What's that, Genesis?
No, it's not. Yeah, that's Genesis. It's not.
But that's not 25:25. He's been against us from the beginning, since creation, man.
Can I bring this up? Yes, it's kind of the same thing.
Same thing? All right, bring it.
It's Genesis 3:14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field, and upon thy belly thou go, and dost thou eat all the days. Thus thou shalt eat all the days of thy life, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
Showing you since the beginning. Did you hear that? I will put enmity between thee and she, between thy seed and her seed. To this day, we see that dynamic. To this day, we see that dynamic, man. There is nothing unusual about all these riots that's going on. All these racially motivated crimes. There's nothing unusual about that. This goes all the way back to creation. That enmity.
It's Genesis chapter 4, verse 8. It says, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Killed him. Same thing going on today. Why? Because Abel's offering was more honorable than Cain's offering. Okay? There it is. Cain and Abel. Modern day Cain and Abel, man. Jacob and Esau. The progenitor of the righteous, the progenitor of the wicked. Okay? And who is the head of the progenitor of the wicked? These so-called Jews, man, these Amalekites. So, get us, where's that picture of the rock? The house of Amalek. All of these people are so-called Jews, okay? These top banking families, these elite bankers, these are all so-called Jews, man. They took on the name, but their heritage, they could not take on. It don't belong to them, all right?
And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
Black Lives Matter.
It shall bruise thy head,
So bruise thy head. Say it again. I'll read that again.
and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head.
It shall bruise thy head. We in captivity right now, okay? We are in captivity at this point in time. This devil is over us. He has bruised our head. This was during, okay? And how was our head bruised? Our Lord was crucified. Yahushua. Okay?
And thou shalt bruise his heel.
Oh, how is that going to happen?
I want that scripture dealing with Nebuchadnezzar, but the stone shall smite the feet of the image. Read that again.
It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
And thou shalt bruise his heel. We are in the last days, okay? This is it. We're at the feet.
Yeah, read it now.
This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 32. It says, this image head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that the stone was cut out without hand, which smote the image upon his feet.
Which smote the image upon his feet. Okay? This stone is Yahushua. And that image dealing with all these different rulerships and all these different philosophies in those rulerships are going to be destroyed by a stone that was not carved out by hand. That's Yahushua. Read that again.
It says his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part clay.
That's America. Okay? The Roman Empire revised. Continue.
So verse 34. Thou sawest till that the stone was cut out without hand, which smote the image upon his feet that were of the iron and clay, and break them into pieces.
And broke it. So guess what? That's prophecy right there. That's prophecy that's being played out as we speak, slowly but surely.
Get that scripture again in Genesis. Bruise the head. Yeah.
This is Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
And thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay? At the last, this place was going to be taken down. And the height of this place's power is going to be taken down. Alright?
So
Start at the top of it. No, if you want, you start at the top. Break it down.
this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, meaning she couldn't have kids. It says, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. So they prayed to the Most High, basically, and the Most High allowed her to have a seed. So it says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. Okay? Prophecy being fulfilled here. Continue.
It says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Two different spirits were going to come about on this earth, okay? Two different nations, two different manner of people, two different spirits were going to be upon the earth, all right? Dealing with this prophecy. Continue.
It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
The one people shall be stronger than the other people.
It says, and the elders shall serve the younger.
And who was the elder? Right? Which brother was born first? Continue.
It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau. There's no getting around who it's talking about here. The first came out red all over. His pigment showed forth through his skin. He was without melanin. He was what scriptures call leprous. Continue.
It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was entreated and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him.
Done. So what does that go to show you? All right, that's prophecy being fulfilled. Jacob grasping the Esau's heel was prophecy, man. This is how he got the name Jacob, heel catcher. See what I'm saying? When you go back to the history, how did Esau lose his blessing? How was he rejected? Okay? And again, the dynamic you're seeing it today. That hatred, you're still seeing it today. Okay? All these so-called these white officers, these so-called white officers doing all this dirt to the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, that's prophecy, okay? Jacob supplanted Esau. And it was according to prophecy. And Esau still to this day in his spirit is wroth with Jacob, man.
This is Psalm 58. Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Speaking lies. The wicked are estranged from the womb, okay? Meaning what? They were predestinated to that fate, okay? From the beginning, it was said that they would be the wicked, which is why they were given the appearance that they were given. It's from the beginning, okay? This is from the beginning, man. This was his predestination, to be the wicked, all right? We're not supposed to look at a man like this favorably.
So Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
He lifted up his voice and wept because earlier in the story, he sold his birthright. All right?
Says, bless me, even me, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
Basically, he was going to be. Basically, this devil was going to be given rulership, and we are living in his rulership. Okay, the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. That's talking about rulership. This is why when Cain, right, was rejected from the earth and was afraid of being killed by anybody that he came across, what did the Lord say? Anybody that tried to kill Cain, the Lord would take vengeance sevenfold on that person. All right? Why? Because according to prophecy, this bastard was supposed to be empowered. Continue.
It says, And by the sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother.
by the sword thou shalt live. Esau's blessing is the sword, okay? Esau's blessing is the sword. So what does that tell you? All right? Showing you these scriptures don't lie. Esau's military might is everywhere. And he swings this sword with no impunity, man. No life is precious, man. No life. Esau is a natural born killer.
It says, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. It says, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Then shall I slay my brother Jacob, just as he did as Cain to Abel. All right? Somebody get the book of Psalms, chapter 17. Psalm chapter 19 and 16.
So Psalms chapter 9. Hold on.
94, Salakia, 94 and 16.
So Psalms 94 and 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
That's what we're doing now. We out here on the highways and byways, exposing this devil, showing you that he's the wicked and trying to bring you back. That's what we're doing. We're standing up against the evildoers. And you 2/3 are not exempt, because you right along with them.
So Psalms 94 and 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
And who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down.
Disappoint who? Who is it talking about here? Continue.
Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Which is thy sword. Who is that talking about? That's talking about Esau. Okay? Read that again, huh?
This is Psalms 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Deliver my soul from the wicked, that is thy sword. Okay? Why do you think he was called the Lord's sword? Because according to prophecy, Esau was going to be used to punish us for our iniquities. Okay?
So Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Wherein hast thou loved us? We're in this crummy ass position. We're in these filthy ass ghettos. We're being slain by our enemies. The nations make a mockery of us. Continue.
It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
And laid, oh wow. Read that again, please.
It says, I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
It laid his heritage waste. Remember, we read in the book of Genesis that the serpent would go upon his belly, meaning he'd be in a low state. And dust he shall eat up all the days of his life. The word Babylon means confusion. That dust represents confusion. And we're living in a time of absolute confusion. And one of the things that's very prevalent in this setup is homosexuality. We are living in some very ridiculous times.
Hold on a second. Does this say the white man's the devil?
Yes, it does.
Why?
What does
Why?
the word devil mean? What does the word devil mean?
Evil.
No.
For what?
No, it does. The word devil means deceiver.
So you're saying that the
I'm
white
saying-
people are deceiving the black people?
No, I'm saying the so-called white people are the deceiver. They deceive the whole world. They put this image up right here. They put this image up right here, and they say this is the Lord.
We all know Jesus was black.
And they're deceiving everybody through their philosophy.
Alright, so what are you trying to say? Like, what are you promoting? Like,
We're out here.
I just feel like. I feel like. I feel like it's almost kind of set up for like. Be the bad or
There is no white people.
being our friends.
There is no white people.
I mean, I guess I like.
I got this. This is the book of Jeremiah, the 17th chapter,
Okay.
and the 9th verse. And it reads, "The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?" Verse 10. And listen well, please. This is verse 10.
I'm listening.
I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. So guess what? According to prophecy, right? This guy right here, who was slain unjustly, was going to be put in power over this guy who slew him unjustly. All right? And this was all going to be in process of time. So how we feel about how this is going to work out is not important. It's all part of the grand scheme of things. Okay? That's basically what we're pushing, the grand scheme of things.
So what are we talking about that? Right now,
I'm about to tell you.
I just walked out. I don't know what's going on.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
This guy.
The wicked.
So who runs the earth right now?
What are you saying?
What nation of people runs the world right now? And you had to pick one nation right now. Who runs the world?
Well, probably, I think.
Bro, you know these people
No. What nation
I'd
of
say
people?
it's anyone with money.
No.
Bruh.
So you had to pick one nation who's ruling everything. They got their hands in everything. One nation.
One nation.
Is the
It's
so-called
not
black
the
people?
United States.
The so-called black people run the world? The so-called Asian people run the world? But there is one person that got their hands in
You have
everything.
to tell me because I don't know.
He just.
All right, I'm gonna continue. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? He covered the face of the judge. Who's the picture of? Without the horn? No, exactly. But that's not really who. That's not really who the so-called Jesus looks like. The person who picked this image up.
Yeah, because he doesn't have
covered
those
up
horns.
They cover it up. They put up this false image. They put up this false image right here. This was Caesar Borgia. They made him.
How you look at?
They made him into the face of the so-called Jesus.
Hey,
They
I
said,
got a question though, bro. What age did he pass away?
What does that matter?
Now I'm just asking.
No, but I want to know.
What age? I mean, if he was a human being, what age did he pass?
Regardless of fucking color, regardless of any of this shit,
Color don't matter. We ain't talking about
No,
color. We're
no.
not talking about color.
but you're saying that Jesus was not a white man, right?
No, so-called white.
So color does matter.
No, we're telling you the truth.
No.
We're saying this is a false image.
That's fine.
Seven.
That's fine.
Image
If that's what you
Jesus-
believe,
Jesus
that's
No,
was
the Bible says that. The Bible gives us a description on how he
And
looks
that's
like.
fine.
And his skin color wasn't that.
That's fine. And that's okay.
The
Like,
wicked
I'm-
put up this image.
That's
Right.
fine.
Because
Totally fine. What
if
I'm
Jesus
saying
was
is-
from Jerusalem, he wouldn't look like that. Like that.
What are you out here
Never
like
existed.
saying? What are you saying? Are you saying that like black is gonna rise? Are you
It has
saying
nothing
that
to
white,
nothing tell you. It has
white
nothing to do
devil,
with
that
color.
blue-eyed
This
devil?
has
Like
nothing
what are
to
you
do with
saying?
color.
So why you got Jacob and Esau? Jacob's supposed
Because
to be
these
black,
are the two
Esau
main
supposed to be
characters of
green.
the story.
Y'all know what y'all doing though. Y'all,
These are the two main characters in the
y'all
story.
know
These are two
Esau
different energies right here. One is good, one is bad. That's what I'm talking about.
White people, y'all know what y'all
It's
doing.
energy.
No.
No, y'all never existed anyway, so
We're
y'all know
not
what
talking
y'all
about.
doing.
We're not talking about white people.
What are
We're
they
talking
doing?
about.
Esau
There is no
we say
represents
Esau
energy.
represents
energy.
we don't
You
know
got
that.
energy. You got good
No,
and
the
bad.
Bible
Yin
says
and
that.
yang. That's
The
all it's
Bible
talking
says
about.
that. The Bible says that.
They're talking
That's
about
what they reading.
They're talking about Esau's white people.
No, the Bible says
Red
that.
skin.
We don't say that. The
The
Bible
scripture
says
In the
that.
same area, so wouldn't they be?
But
the same?
y'all know y'all know what y'all doing, man.
What are we doing? What are we
Jacob
doing?
was
Reading the
just-
Bible.
We're
What are
supposed
we doing?
to
We're
be
reading the Bible.
black
I
and
know
all
what
that
y'all
stuff.
doing. We're reading
We're
the
talking
Bible.
about two different energies. Like Adam and Eve never existed.
They did exist. What are you talking about?
Adam means
Show us in the
atom,
scriptures
like
what you're
energy,
talking
you know,
about.
energy, right?
Show us in the scriptures what
Atom.
you're talking
When
about.
you spit it, you make more.
Sir,
It multiplies.
Show us in the
That's all
scriptures
it
what
does.
you're talking about.
That's all it does.
Show us in the scriptures
This
what you're
right
talking
here
about.
is a metaphor. It's an
not.
allegory. If you read the book in Luke, I think it's in Luke, it takes that the Bible is the stories right there is an allegory, meaning they're false events.
Right, they're just kind of
Yeah.
like.
Show us.
In the book.
Show us right now. Show us right now. Show us what you're
You
saying.
Google, if you
Show
just
us.
Google, say
Google.
the Bible, King James Bible talks about allegories, and it is redirected.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
sure don't.
It's
You don't even know what you're talking
No
about.
idea what you just said.
Put it this way.
So what is your point?
It's all in the
I'm
stars.
trying to.
Listen, this
If
is
you-
the
if you want
this is the apex of the whole matter, right?
You want to control about people? Have to read a book and you tell that somebody above is telling you to do this. Somebody telling you to be a slave. Nobody's supposed to be no slave. Somebody put that this.
This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
That's why I
The
asked
wicked
you.
are ruling right now. That's why the world is in the
That's
condition
why I
that
asked
it's
him
in.
what age
Okay?
Jesus died. He gonna say it because there's 33
This is why
bones
the earth is in
spine
the condition
right there,
that it's
33
in.
bones. That's
Because the
when he's
wicked
supposed to
are
die.
in power right now. All
It's
right?
metaphor. It's all metaphor.
Simply put,
It's an
the
allegory.
wicked are in power right now.
So who's the wicked?
It's allegory.
This devil rules the earth and he's destroying the earth. Okay? And you're going to be put to death for that. Alright?
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is he? Okay? Who is the main people that's stealing other people's history? You Edomites, you so-called white people. All around the world you go and you steal people's history. They land, they resources. Okay? You are the true scum of the earth, Esau, and you're going to be put to death very soon by way of thermonuclear fire.
Listen, you got something to say?
So, alright. This is our Psalms chapter 50, verse 21. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence." It says, "Thou thoughtest that I was thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes."
And I will reprove thee and set thee in order before thine eyes. You're going to be put right back in that low state. You're going to be put right back in that low state that you were in when every nation round about kicked you out of their surroundings, man. Somebody get that in the book of Job. He was driven out from among men. You're going to be returned right back to that very same low, depraved state, Esau. This is why you lived in caves.